Uh-oh, you are now listening to
D, the delinquent.
On the podcast.
This is Many Hats, No Cap, baby.
D, the delinquent. Many hats, no cap.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Many Hats, No Cap with Delinquent. I got a conspiracy theory, to share with y'all about 3i Atlas. Now, I'm sure by the time that this episode comes out, we've already confirmed that it's just a comet, asteroid, a rock, whatever. But I still want to share this because I'm into these type of things. I'm into conspiracy theories, aliens, all things space. It just interests me. It scratches my itch. You feel me? I mean, the great unknown is just amazing and beautiful to me. On another note, I also believe that there has to be life out there. It's hard for me to accept the idea that God or whoever, or even natural occurrences, just boomed and said, life is going to be here only, and the rest is just going to be lights. I just can't accept that. I can't believe that. I struggle with that. But then again, yeah, we might be alone. But anyway, so here's my theory about 3i Atlas. Let's say there's an intelligent alien civilization living 5 billion light years away. And we all know how light travels. Looking at something from 5 billion light years away, you are seeing it 5 billion light years ago. So let's say this intelligent alien civilization is living 5 billion light years away. They look through their telescopes and they see our solar system and they see Mars. Now, a lot of scientists and many people, they believe that Mars was once thriving with life, possibly, however long ago. So let's say it was 5 billion light years ago, just for this theory of mine. And by the way, this theory that I developed, it stems from facts about 3i Atlas and my imagination, just so you know. So anyway, this alien civilization, they sit together with their version of NASA and they say, yo, we need to go down there. This planet, this red planet, maybe it wasn't red back then, but this planet, and let's just say they know it's called Mars, is beaming with life. We need to go explore it. We need to go down there and see what's up, So, and, they're intelligent. They know what's up. They know how light travels, but they're like, fuck it. We ain't got nothing to do. Let's build a ship, put 1,000 of our best representatives and ship it. Send it to Mars. So they do this. They do just that with high hopes, right? And these smart alien dudes are in their capsules or whatever they got to do to make the journey down to Mars. Because remember, 3i Atlas, the trajectory and the way it entered our solar system is just super crazy for it to be completely just a random natural event. That's just wild. But anyway, and remember, it passed by Mars. Pretty damn close, considering how far it came. So anyway, they finally get to see Mars. And they get pissed off. Because Mars is just dirt and rubble. There ain't nothing there. There ain't no life there. No life exists on Mars. They're all pissed off. Like, damn. Looking at each other. Who are we going to rape now? Damn. And think about this. Earth, us, we're on the other side of the sun. They ain't seeing us right now. What if they were only intending to go to Mars and do they raping thing? Some living forms on Earth thrive on consumption. We eat to live. What if this smart alien civilization raped to live as part of their diet? Fucking scary, bro. And then how smart they are with ships and all that. I mean, they could be flying around right now, just ready to rape. But anyway. So Earth is on the other side of the sun. Thank God. We hiding right now. We in the safe zone. They about to leave our solar system and flip a bitch and go back home. That's what I'm hoping. But like I said, that's my imagination doing weird things. Anyway, I want to share with y'all a true story. Crazy story about telescopes. Remember, many hats, no cap. I've had many jobs, many side hustles, and I've done many things in my 40 years. I'm 40 years young, by the way, on this ball of mud. But there was a point, there was a time in my life, I don't know how the hell I ended up doing it. I mean, I do, but it's crazy that this is true. So I had some homies, right? They're not exactly society's favorite bunch of people, right? I mean, now they are. We're all older and we're wiser and we work, pay taxes, do what we do. But back then, these were just hoodlums. My homies were just grimy gutter boys, just flat out hoodlums. Outside the U of A one day, or one night, I don't know when it was, they broke into a UPS truck, a couple of them, and they stole a whole bunch of boxes. And they hit me up. Back then it was Boost mobile phones. They hit me up. Yo, we got a bunch of these things. We want to see if you can move them. I go, what are they? You need to come down here in person. We got to talk in person. All right, so I go to the homie's crib, and he had about 50 boxes. I go, what are they? He opens one up, and it's a telescope. And I said, what the fuck? How the fuck am I supposed to sell these telescopes? Why'd you guys hit me up? And they all said the same thing. Because you know a lot of people, bro. And they was right. I mean, to this day, in my contact list, I got people ranging from, doctors, lawyers, hoodlums, gangsters, scammers. You get the idea. It's a whole variety of people in my circle. I've always been that way. And anyway, so they figured, hey, I might know some nerds that are into astronomy. I might know some fathers that got kids and this was around Christmas time. They might need some gifts for the young ones, and a telescope's a perfect gift. But anyway, I was like, fuck it. I'll give it a shot. Because these homies, they were like, just give us $150 for each one. And they looked expensive. They were expensive. I did some quick little research. And at the time, Craigslist was booming. We didn't have OfferUp or eBay wasn't really popping yet. Craigslist was a thing. Facebook wasn't popping yet either. It was more MySpace, but everybody was too concerned about their top 5 and picking their best song with their best background, yada, yada, yada. Excuse me, I need a drink. Anyway, so I do a little bit of research on these telescopes, and I find that they're each worth about $2,000. And the homies only want $150 for each one. So I figured, hey, I'm gonna move a couple at $300. And those flew, boy. They flew so fast, whatever. So I went to re-up and get more. So I was like, I'm gonna start pushing them for $500. The homies still just want $150. I moved those units real fast too. Real easy. Then I got a little greedy. I started asking for $600, $750. And they were moving a little slower, but they were still moving. Remember, this is around Christmas time. So then I was like, I'm smart, but the greed got to me. I ended up posting these motherfuckers on Craigslist. Stupid. I post them on Craigslist, and I say, I got 4 of these left. I really had a whole bunch of them. But I said, I got 4 of these left. They'd make a great Christmas gift. They're super cheap. Let me know it's good. Then I got a message. It was kind of weird, but it sold me. I felt good about it. I won't say the dude's real name. His name was Daryl. This guy named Daryl hits me up on Craigslist and he goes, hey, I like these telescopes that you got. Why don't you come bring me 4 of them? I said, well, they're going for $6.50 each. He says, that's fine. Just bring all 4. I'll take them. I go, where do you live? Gives me his address. Said, come on down. I'll be home at 8 o'clock tonight. Now, being a gutter boy, you don't really do a lot of things at night, but this dude is buying telescopes. This ain't gangster. Like, I ain't got nothing to worry about. So I put him in my Grand Am GT. It was missing all the motor mounts and it was running like shit, but hey, it had rims and a loud system, and I was young and dumb, and that's all I cared about. Anyway, I put him in the Grand Am, and I head over to this dude's house. He lived on the rich side, of course. I had to drive up this dirt road, and my car was struggling to get there, but I made it. And when I pulled up, it was like a mini mansion. Beautiful home. All glass windows. Crazy. And I didn't know what to do. Should I honk twice and wait? Should I get out and knock? Like, I didn't really know what to do, so I did both. Honked twice, then I started, getting out the car. Pop my trunk. I'm ready to pull these telescopes out, but then Daryl opens his door. Big, huge door. This fucking door was probably like 18 feet tall. Like, it was fucking huge, massive. The doorknob was huge too. Anyway, he opens the door, and it's nighttime, and his lights are all shining through. Everything's all visible. I can even see in the house, the hallways, the doors, the sink. I saw everything. I felt safe. I felt like this wasn't a bad deal. Homie opened the door, and he looked like a hippie. He had some sandals on with some tall gray socks with 2 yellow stripes on the top. I'll never forget that. Short khaki shorts and like a red Jamaican tank top. Super weird. This dude was like super hippie looking. And he's all super nice guy. Are you Joey? I go, yeah. Are you Daryl? Yeah. You got the telescopes? I say, yeah, I got them. I'm getting them out now. Don't worry about them just yet. Come on in. What? He was so cool about it. Come on in. So I make my way inside. Again, I felt safe. I could see everything from the outside. So I go inside his house. Beautiful home. Amazing home, actually. And he tells me, take a seat. And I was kind of confused because I didn't see any couches. And then as he's walking, he starts going down. And then I realize, oh shit, his sofas were like in a pit in the middle of the living room. You had to take like 3 or 4 steps down to sit down. The top of the couches were like flush with the floor. It was awesome. From what I understand, it's like a 60s, 70s style old-fashioned type of rig. Anyway, so I sit down with Daryl, and he's cool. His wife comes out some rope, and she puts on a jazz record. Beautiful music. And Daryl's just talking to me like I'm a homie. He's like, yeah, look at that art piece I purchased last week. It was beautiful. I didn't know much about art back then, but I knew what was good at least, and it was beautiful. And he's all talking about this piece and that piece and telling me about this grand piano that he inherited, and beautiful. It was awesome. Like, we were clicking. It was awesome. And then he says, you want some hot cocoa? Hell yeah, I want some hot cocoa. His wife comes out with hot cocoa, and she's also holding a bowl. Like a teacup fashion bowl, because it had a handle on it, but it was a bowl. Anyway, she goes, would you like marshmallows with your hot cocoa? And they were dehydrated marshmallows. Who the fuck buys dehydrated marshmallows on that? Where do you even buy those? But Daryl did, and his wife did. Hell yeah, I want some marshmallows in my hot cocoa. I grab a little mini handful, put them in my hot cocoa, and I'm sitting back chilling with Daryl. There wasn't a TV in the living room. Now that I think back about it. Anyway, we're just chilling, listening to this jazz record and talking. He didn't ask me anything personal. He's just talking about himself. So anyway, I'm like, hey man, it's getting kind of late. It was nice talking to you, but then he cuts me off. He puts his cocoa down and he says, Joey, I'm going to cut to the chase. Boy, I tell you, the vibe in that room just switched. Like, the tension in the air just got thick. It was crazy. He became a whole nother person. Instantly. Joey, I'm going to cut to the chase. I go, what's up? What's going on? I'm kind of nervous. Remember, I'm young and dumb. Still wasn't scared as shit. Anyway, I go, what's up? What's wrong? And he goes, well, I'm so-and-so and I work for X and X and X and I know these telescopes were stolen. In fact, they were stolen from my department. I'm trying to act all tough and bad still. I'm like, man, I don't know nothing about that. And I'm a quick thinker. I think on my feet, boy. I said, look, man, I bought these telescopes from the swap meet at a super low deal. I'm just flipping them. I'm just a little mini entrepreneur, man. And he goes, whatever you want to say is fine with me. But listen, here's what's going to happen. I go, what's up? And he says, I gave you hot cocoa and some marshmallows, and that was delicious, right? It was fucking delicious. I said, yeah, it was. And he goes, great. I'm going to give you $500 cash, but you're going to give me all those telescopes. And then you're going to leave, and you're not going to sell any more telescopes. You're not going to post them online. You're not going to do anything with them. You're going to just stop. Or I'm going to contact the proper authorities. Remember, I'm quick on my feet. I said, well, Daryl, I'm 16 years old and you have me in your house right now. He goes, what? I'm 16 years old and you have me in your house right now. Why did you make me drive way out here in your house? What's in this hot cocoa? And he goes, wait, hold on, calm down. Calm down now. Calm down. Even his wife came in. What's going on? What's going on? I looked at Daryl. And I think he just dealt with my type before because he just stared at me for a good, 10 seconds and he's and he smiles and he does this weird little chuckle. Something weird like that. And I go, what's up, man? What are we doing? Then he goes, you can keep the telescopes. I got your license plate. And you're on camera. And he points up. I look up. I see a camera right on my fucking face. And then in my head, I'm thinking, well, this changes everything. And I say, look, man, you can have the fucking telescopes. I don't give a fuck. And he says, exactly. All right. So I go outside, take the telescopes down. He's out there holding them. He hands 2 to his wife and he's holding 2. These were awesome telescopes, big. The boxes were huge. And anyway, I'm a little upset, whatever. And then I noticed his wife, before she took the 2 boxes from Daryl, because I took them out the trunk, handed him 2, and I took out the other 2. Before he handed her the 2 telescopes, I noticed she stuck her head in my car. And I'm just thinking more like they're just trying to get info. They're trying to see if the car is registered and in my name. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking like that. Anyway, I give him the telescopes. I'm pissed off. And Daryl says, you know what, Joey? I'll never forget he said this. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. I go, what do you mean, man? And he goes, when you get older, you'll remember me. You'll remember this. You're going to be all right. And he shook my hand. Knowing that I'm a fucking part of this telescope criminal heist, he was still cool about everything. I get in my car. I'm pissed off. I'm calling my homies. They ain't answering the phone. I just want to get a hold of them and tell them, no more. I'm done with the telescope game. I'm done. Let's go back to the dope game. But no, nobody was answering. So anyway, Daryl lived far, way out there, and I'm just driving down pissed, thinking to myself, I wasn't even playing music. And I had an awesome sound system. But I was just so pissed off, all up in my own head. And then I remember, you know what? I think I had a soda in my fucking console. I opened my console. Yeah, I drink hot soda sometimes, especially when I'm nervous. But I always got soda on me. Always. I'm a Dr. Pepper drinker, by the way. Anyway, I opened the console. There's no soda in there. I'm like, fuck. What the fuck? I looked back in there because I saw something weird in there. I opened it back up. There's cash in that motherfucker. What? I pull over at a McDonald's. So there's light. I open the console up. I lift up the cash. There was $1,000 in that bundle. Daryl and his wife, or maybe just his wife, I don't know. I'll never know. They still gave me $1,000. Now, I don't know what to take from that whole thing. Been bothering me ever since. I mean, they cool people, and the way I figured is Daryl understood where I'm from and what kind of dude I am, and I'm just trying to eat. Or did they just give me the money because they ain't want no fucking problems in the future? Damn. Guess I'll never know.
D, the delinquent. Many hats, no cap.